Yeah.
Welcome. Time for our discussion here for What's Up and About. And of course, inside of the streets of social media, we have one very interesting one that I think most of us can relate to. So this Instagram user here had this posted up. Says, last night, an Uber driver, by the way, I asked the lucky babe politely not to brush her hair in my car at 12 a.m. She told me she is paying for the ride and can do whatever she wishes to do in my car. The statement triggered me, and despite her friend begging for me not to mind her and continue the ride, my spirit didn't continue with her as she stubbornly continued brushing her hair, hair that you didn't brush in your room or brush when you got to your destination. I parked, she came down, slammed the door, and I continued my ride politely off, and he got more customers, he says. Wow. So, I want to say, I've got rules inside of my car. Mike, I don't know if you do too. One of those rules is maybe not about brushing your hair. I've never really looked at that or thought about that, but it's one of them now. But the very first one is you can't eat in my car. There are reasons for that. I'll tell you after. But an Uber or a car-hailing service, is it still a private place? Or is it a private place because you paid for it? Or is it still a public place is what I'm curious about.
Me, I see it as a public space. Once you've signed that dotted line and you've declared you are ride-hailing, you are taking on customers from anywhere, it's a public space, which doesn't say that there isn't etiquette involved in whatever you're doing in a car.
As a customer.
As a customer. So personally, if I want to eat in the car, I actually ask the driver if the driver minds if I eat in the car. And if they say no, I cover up the food. But the thing is, the issue of the hair goes to hygiene, goes to also sometimes on spiritual things. And then also, if he has a girlfriend, what if he has a girlfriend?
Nah, that doesn't matter. It's a cab.
It's still a personal vehicle in the end. Some of these drivers still go home with their wives, their girlfriends.
Then your girlfriend should understand that you're actually you're an Uber driver, and then you literally are carrying passengers that may or may not be female.
Yeah, but if I see long hair in the car, what's to say? What's to say?
Is that
Are you saying that? Are you saying that if you dropped someone off that had just brushed their hair and there was long hair in the car, your girlfriend wouldn't say anything?
If you were an Uber driver, it shouldn't be a problem. It's a cab.
Are you sure?
Like if you're a cab driver, yeah.
Okay. So let's look at it this way. If you were in Mulwe or something, and did you notice that some of them have trash cans inside? Or they should have. Maybe the original
by law.
design.
They
should have. That means that even if it's a public place, you're not expected to litter.
Of course.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so the issue with the hair is that there is no how you're going to brush the hair and you're not going to litter.
If it's original Bone Street.
Original bullshit it doesn't come out.
It's not supposed to. Anyway.
It doesn't come out. Okay. So you're not supposed to litter, and that will constitute littering. So even if it's public or private, you're not supposed to litter.
It goes beyond just being litter. The fact is, when hair comes off of you biologically, it's actually a form of excretion. I'm sorry to make it, but
well,
when you cut your nails, it's the same thing. Your body's getting rid of cells
but
that
it's
it
a
doesn't
woman's
need.
hair. It's not.
Okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this now. Would you say you are stepping into a public cab and they say, please take off your shoes, will you take them off?
I have Bahobi that.
Is there no sand under your shoe?
No.
No, to be very honest and to be very fair, the way I see it, right, I understand, fine, people are trying to keep their cars neat and clean. I've had a situation with a driver that says he doesn't want me to eat in his car, and I had a problem with it. Do you know why? Lagos, there's a lot of traffic in Lagos.
Live in
do you know, exactly. I mean, traffic for an extent. Am I meant to develop an ulcer? Because, okay, it's understandable if you say, okay, fine, eat, but please be careful. To me, personally, do you understand? And then talking about brushing your hair, I might be rushing off to somewhere. Do you understand? Please come and get me. I'm rushing. I have my brush. I'm brushing my hair. Fine. Like, it would be sensible for you to say, okay, fine, please brush it, but please let there not be hair everywhere. Do you understand? Pack and clean up after you and stuff like that. The same way. I mean, okay, it's raining now. I'm meant to step into an Uber with like muddy shoes. Okay, take off your shoes. Don't enter my car with your muddy. Seriously, that's the way I see it. And
you're obviously quite upset about it.
I'm
just trying to think about other reasons why he might not want the hair in his car. I'm thinking all the way to hygiene now. I'm thinking I enter the car after someone who isn't as hygienic as myself. I'm just saying someone who has all sorts of things in their hair and automatically brushes them out. I'm talking about lice, all sorts of things. There's some people that are coming from market that have, produce that has insects in it.
There's that.
I'm just saying,
Okay,
you might be afraid.
There was COVID-19. People had infections in their system. They didn't say don't enter the car. They said wear
they
your
had measures
mask.
actually.
No, of course, that's what I'm saying.
So
they said wear your mask, which is actually the measure.
That's to be balanced.
So I believe
that's to be balanced. You can't just come in and because of you've hired the space, then you now make it your.
That's why I said clean up after you.
It's still a public place.
That's why I said clean up after you.
So maybe I know people who have had the experience. No, they didn't clean up. They just got down and stepped out. And then, Oga, next one, don't chop.
Yeah.
They were chopping someone's car. The car turned to, all I said after, it was a crime scene.
Well, personally, I will let you eat in my car because it invites roaches. That's simple. But then again, it's not a public space.
Your daughter doesn't eat.
I have my own principle and my own rules inside of my
You
car.
can eat in my
Your
car.
daughter doesn't. Your daughter doesn't eat in your car.
Only if
Your daughter doesn't eat in your car.
No, you can eat in my car.
my daughter doesn't ride
I've
in my
eaten in your car.
She doesn't, your daughter doesn't ride in your car.
So you can eat in my car.
Yes, I've
She
eaten in
rides
my
on
car.
top of the car.
She rides in her mother's
My
car.
car is anti-rodent.
I love driving and eating specifically.
All right,
So,
guys.
Welcome to my car.
Let's take a quick break. We'd love to hear what you think about this. Use our hashtag WakeUpNigeriaOnTVC. Talk to us.